I returned the PS5 I bought my boyfriend after he called me a slut. This happened last night, but my phone still hasn't stopped blowing up. I'm 26. My boyfriend Mike is 27. Yesterday was his birthday, and I bought him a PlayStation 5 with my own savings. I had been saving for months. He knew he was getting a PS5. He told me himself it was the only thing he wanted. We've been together for 4 years, so the price didn't matter to me. What mattered was finding out what he really thought of me. Some background. When I was 18, I dated a guy named Jake, whom I met online. We broke up after 3 months. Shortly after that, I started dating Adam, a guy from work. A couple of months later, I found out Jake and Adam were actually close friends. I didn't know. I hadn't been with Jake long enough to meet his friend group. As soon as I found out, I ended things. Years later, I met Mike.
From the very beginning, I was honest with Mike about my past. I told him everything, including the fact that I had unknowingly dated 2 friends. He said he understood and that my past didn't bother him. Or so I thought. The birthday party I brought the PS5 to, his birthday party. Mike and his friends were ecstatic. Then his best friend Jessica laughed and said, "Must be nice being a slut. Guess that's how you can afford a PS5. I stared at her, stunned. She brushed it off with a "never mind" and walked away. I told Mike what she said. He shrugged. "She's just joking. Don't you get jokes?" I pushed back and asked why his friend thought it was okay to call me that. And that's when he said it. "Well, everyone knows you were a slut before me." I asked him to explain how exactly that made me a slut. He said, "You know, sleeping with best friends." Then he patted my shoulder and told me it was fine, because I wasn't like that anymore. He said that if he could overlook my slut mentality and give me a chance, then I could overlook Jessica's comment and give her another chance. I didn't say a word. I stood up, picked up the PS5 from the gift table, and walked out. He called me over 20 times. I ignored every call. I was so hurt that I went straight to the store and returned the PS5. They refunded me without any issues. I thought that would be the end of it. It wasn't. Mike, his friends, including Jessica, started trashing me. They called me petty. They said I deserved it because of my bad decisions. I finally texted Mike back and told him he deserved someone better than me, someone who wasn't a slut. I told him to ask her for a PS5, because mine was back on the store shelf. He screamed that I was a bitch for returning the gift and that I should be grateful he ever looked past my past. That's when I started questioning myself. Did I go too far? Update. The truth came out. This morning, I unblocked Mike and called him. After hours of arguing, the truth finally spilled out. When I first told him about my past, he didn't care. At first. But then he got curious. He went through my Facebook friends list. He found Adam. He got angry that I still had an ex on my friends list. Then he started digging. He noticed Adam got a lot of attention from women. Likes, comments. He saw pictures of expensive cars and trips and decided Adam must be wealthy. Then he and Jessica started investigating together. They found Jake, too. Another expensive car. Same conclusion. They decided I only dated men for money. Mind you, Mike doesn't have money, so the irony was almost laughable. They convinced themselves of a story. I dated Jake. Jake introduced me to Adam. I found out Adam had more money. I dumped Jake, slept with Adam, and stayed with him for the cash. They spread this story to the entire friend group. I asked why he never talked to me. He admitted he believed it. For months. He said his friends mocked him whenever I liked another man's photo or mentioned a male friend.
That's why he asked me to stop liking men's pictures, not because it bothered him, but because his friends were watching. He said he was too embarrassed to defend me. Then came the worst part. Jessica told him that if I ever cheated on him with a richer guy, she'd help him get revenge by sleeping with him. And he still wanted me to forgive him.
I didn't. I thanked him for the good memories, told him he destroyed my name, hung up, and blocked him again. I'm taking a long break from dating. Story 2. I left my boyfriend because my friends lied, and I found out a year later. A year ago, I was planning to move in with my first serious boyfriend, Josh. Then, one of my closest friends told me that Josh, while drunk at a party, showed people nude photos of me and described our sex life in graphic detail. 5 or 6 friends confirmed it. When I confronted Josh, he denied everything. He got angry. He called my friends liars. Things nearly turned physical. Josh did have intimate photos of me, I knew that. So I believed my friends and broke up with him. It broke me. Months later, I dated one of those friends, Alex, the same one who told me the story. Today, another friend confessed. It was all a lie. They wanted me with Alex. They hated Josh, so they made it up. I spent 2 hours crying in a work bathroom. I lost the man I loved because I trusted people who were supposed to protect me. I eventually emailed Josh an apology, expecting nothing. He showed up at my door. We talked. We laughed. We went for burgers like we used to. We spent the night together. We're seeing each other again. Slowly. Honestly. And for the first time, there's no doubt. Story 3. My brother-in-law accused my husband of cheating, with evidence. At a party, my brother-in-law Chris, drunk and bitter, told another woman that my husband constantly cheats on me. Later, he sent me screenshots and screen recordings as proof. My husband denied everything. We checked phone records. The messages never existed. Chris had fabricated everything using an app. Out of jealousy. We've cut him out of our lives. Final thoughts. What ties all these stories together is the same thing. People who let others control their narrative. Friends who don't protect. Partners who don't defend. Sometimes the betrayal isn't the cheating. It's the silence.